Austin, Texas was once considered to be the best place to live in the United States. It was actually ranked number one in the years 2017 through 2019. But it seems that the capital of Texas is losing its popularity. The past couple of years, that city has been falling in the rankings. What happened, Austin? So, what's changed? So if Austin, Texas is on your radar as your next place to call home, you're going to want to watch this first because I'm going to give you 10 reasons why you should not move to Austin, Texas. Let's get started. First on the list is the high property taxes. If you thought moving to Austin, Texas was actually going to save you on property taxes, think again, my friends. Travis County, where Austin is located, has one of the highest property taxes in the entire state of Texas. The median tax cost is $6,157. When you have an area that has a big population growth, there's going to be a need for more services, more schools, better infrastructure. So who's going to pay for that? The residents are.
You're right.
So as of this late spring last year, 2023, I did see that the Texas state legislature was proposing a package, a $12 billion package to help lower future property taxes. So I haven't seen any updates on that one. But so if you live in Austin and you're watching this, can you do me a favor and let me know? Drop a comment. Let me know what's going on with that, because that would be freaking awesome if they were able to lower the property taxes. Coming in at number two, another reason why you shouldn't consider moving there is the housing market. Austin has had the highest price home increases in the country in the past year. Right now, home prices are around $540,000, which is a 30% increase year over year. Oh my. And if you want to rent an apartment in Austin, you can expect to pay about $1,400 for a one-bedroom apartment. So with all of the tech companies that moved into Austin, that brought a lot of people with some deep pockets. So there were some luxury homes that were being built. There's some luxury apartments that were built. So therefore, that's squeezing out those who can't afford those homes or apartments. So there is a lack of affordable homes in Austin. So one now needs to go outside of Austin in order to find those affordable homes. Coming in at number three, another reason you don't want to move there is that the locals in Austin are not going to love you moving there. Yeah, they're not too kind to the transplants. Now, I'm not speaking for all the Austinites there. There are a lot of people in Austin that are very lovely, very kind, welcoming people, but there are those who are not so welcoming to the transplants, and they let it be known. They do. As a matter of fact, I read a story on Reddit, a guy who moved from California to Austin, and he was complaining about how he was at his son's flag football game, and one of the dads was wearing a shirt that says, "Don't move to Austin." So, of course, this guy from California was pretty offended by that. You know, here he is, he uprooted his whole family, and now he's upset because, this is the welcome he gets from moving to Austin. You got to understand, this is a shock to people, right? So, especially the people, the long-term locals who've been there years, practically probably their whole lifetime, it's going to be hard for them to see a lot of transplants move in. So again, don't take it personally. On the flip side, there are a lot of nice people in Austin. So try to find those people if you decide to move there. Coming at number four, another reason why you don't want to move to Austin is the weather. Yeah, the weather can be pretty brutal, especially in the summer with the heat. In 2011, they recorded their highest temperature in the summer at 112 degrees. Oh my God, I'm sweating just thinking about that. And Texas weather is really hard on the houses. The hailstorms alone will ruin your roof. And there's a lot of torrential rain. And with the torrential rain, it brings out the scorpions, which can end up in your home. Oh, I can't. It's been known that people spend tens of thousands of dollars on repairs to their homes after these big storms, especially these hailstorms. And I'm sure homeowners insurance in Texas is going to be really high as well because of these storms, because people are going to be filing all these claims when their homes are damaged from the storm. So you can expect to pay, I'm sure, a high insurance rate if you're going to move to Austin. Number five, Lack of public transportation. Now, I've been reading about this a lot. Apparently, Austin does not have a very good transportation system. Like they have a bus line, they have a rail line, but it's not very reliable, it's not very good. So you need to have a car to get around the city. And it'll probably take you a while to get around the city because of the traffic and all the congestion. And as more people move to Austin, that's just going to get worse. Now, look, it's not as bad as what you would get in New York City or in LA, but if this population growth keeps happening there, I think Austin is going to be up there as far as the bad traffic and congestion. Coming in at number 6, another reason you shouldn't move to Austin is the allergies. Bet you weren't expecting me to have this one on the list, but yeah, here we are. Allergy season in Austin is year round. Yeah, so if you suffer from allergies, do not move there. Speaking of allergies, my nose is like, ugh. While most states get a break from seasonal allergies during the winter months, not so much in Austin. Winter in Texas is like the worst time for allergies. Why? Because of cedar trees. Yes, cedar trees cause like major allergies so bad that they have this thing they call cedar fever. Yeah, it's a thing. Apparently, cedar fever can cause flu like symptoms. And yeah, one can be pretty miserable with that. So if you're an allergy sufferer, you take Austin off the list. You're going to be miserable. Coming in at number 7, another reason you don't want to move to Austin is the punitive militaristic schools and sports. And you're like, where the heck did this come from? Look, I pulled this off of a story of a guy, another Californian who'd moved to Austin and was complaining about how strict the teachers are in the public schools in Austin. And I'm sure this is all over Texas too. Look, it's a whole different vibe in Texas. And what got me is that this particular person, who moved from California to Austin was saying that the teachers that his kids complained about the most were the physical education teachers and the music teachers. Yes, the music teachers. Now, look, think about this. Football is huge in Texas. So, okay, so the physical education, I get that.
And Igbenogany has it for Dallas. Noah Igbenogany stays in bounds, and the Cowboys special teams gets the first score of the year. Touchdown, Dallas.
I get why they get a little crazy. They're a little strict. They take their football seriously. Hello, Friday Night Lights. Have you guys seen that?
Can you give me a great effort and just a little bit more? Can we be perfect?
So let's take care of it.
And the music teachers, you're thinking, oh my God, why the music teachers? Marching band is huge in Texas. Yes, it is. Now, look, I'm a band mom here in New Jersey, and we take our marching band seriously. We compete, and it's a pretty big deal. However, Texas is a whole other level when it comes to marching bands. No joke. So when this guy said this about the music teachers, I'm like, yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. He also went on to say that he heard stories from his kids that they would either lose recess or run laps if they weren't sitting properly in class. Yeah. I mean, that's a little much for me, but I don't know if I would tolerate that. But look, I guess this is how the Texas schools roll. So, yeah, if you don't want to be dealing with that, you don't want your kids to suffer through that, you may want to rethink moving to Austin. At number 8, we have the job market. Now, at one point, the job market was really strong in Austin, and a lot of tech companies moved to Austin, right? But now those tech companies are going through a lot of layoffs, and that has recently negatively impacted the job market in Austin. Now, companies like Google, even YouTube, they're laying people off now. I just read the other day that YouTube laid off their entire music team located in their Austin, all of them without notice. So those tech layoffs are really having a big impact on the job market in Austin. So now all these people are going to be out of work, and now where are they looking for jobs? So be aware of that. That job market's a little sketchy right now, especially if you're working in the tech industry. Don't know if I would be hightailing it to Austin just yet. Coming in at number 9, another reason is the homeless problem. This was bothersome to me. I have been seeing this. I've seen it on social media. Austin is experiencing a pretty big homeless problem. A recent study was done by the Austin Homeless Strategy Office, and as of October, there were 6,600 homeless people in the city of Austin. 1,100 of those are sheltered. The other 5,500, they're either living in the streets or they're camping out in the parks in the city. Yeah, it's gotten pretty bad there. A little positive news is that the Homeless Strategy Office reported that about 60% of the people who are leaving the shelters are improving their situation, meaning they're getting jobs or finding places to live. So that is a good thing. But this is concerning, this homeless problem. And I really hope that the city does more to combat it, because that just can't keep growing. I mean, that's really bothersome. All right. And last on my list is the lack of public land. Okay. Meaning like public parks, hiking trails, things of that nature. Now, look, Texas has a lot of land, but it's owned privately. There's not a lot of government owned land where they can take that and make it into a beautiful park or into trails. There's very few of them within the state altogether. So even though Austin is supposed to be very outdoorsy, there are very few places to go. And because there's very limited number of public spaces and you have a huge population, it's tough to get into those public spaces because they pretty much shut down because it's overcrowded or there's no parking. So if you're thinking like Austin is the place to be because I'm an outdoorsy person, think about that again. Because of the amount of people living there, it's kind of tough to get into these public spaces. So I hope this information will help you with your decision if you're thinking about moving to Austin, Texas. And if you want to know reasons why you shouldn't move to Jersey or Florida, you're going to need to check these videos out right here. Thank you so much for watching me today to get your dose of real estate reality. My name is Jackie Baker, and I will see you next time.